Hello there my darlings, welcome to Edwigealamode, where I share all things fabulous honey. If you're new here, my name is Edwige and I love fashion, beauty and lifestyle. So if you love that too, make sure to stick around. And if you're coming back then, hey my babes, so nice to have you here. Comment down below and say hey to your girl. So my darlings, in today's video, I'm going to be doing my makeup. You guys know that I love a natural, simple and dewy look. As it's Valentine's Day, I thought I'll show you all my favorite products that I'm loving at the moment, and also how I do my makeup. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a makeup artist and I'm not a pro by any means, and we're also going to be having hot topics, babe. We are talking about love, we're talking about, you know, as it's Valentine's weekend, we are talking about dating apps, we are talking about dating older men, is that where it's at really? And we are talking about London boys, so stay tuned. I cannot wait for us to dive in. So my babes, grab your hot drink, grab your champagne, let's get talking. So to start off my makeup, I'm going to prime using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I really love using this cream. I use it as a primer and I just love how it makes my skin feel. It really does help my makeup to stay on a bit longer and to hydrate my skin as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this all over. And then what I like to do after this is take some powder, a Lauder Mercier Translucent powder, and I'm just literally going to take some like that, dust it off. I'm going to apply this to my brows. My brows tends to get very oily, and also I'm going to use it over here as I tend to get smile lines sometimes. And to be fair, I just like to dab it everywhere. What I'm gonna do now is spray my face with the Too Faced Hangover Spray. I'm gonna go ahead with my foundation. This is the Giorgio Armani, my favorite classic. I have been using this for the longest time. Let's get talking while I do my foundation. So it's Valentine's Day. I've just done about two drops actually. It's Valentine's Day, and you know, I want to talk about love. You know, is love cancelled? Is it cancelled, ladies? And gentlemen, if there are any men watching me, please comment down below, is love cancelled? And I wanted to just touch base a little bit and talk to you about what love is to me, like what I think about love. Like, I believe in love, you know. I think love is such a beautiful thing, and not just romantic relationships. I just mean love in general. The way we love our families, the way we love our friends, the way we love the people around us. I think love is such a beautiful thing. Love for me is a doing word. Love for me is a choice. For me, you know, words aren't enough. Although one of my love language is words of affirmation, but just words alone isn't enough. You need to prove your words by your actions. And this is another definition of love that I believe in. It said that love is patient, love is kind, it doesn't envy, it does not boast, it's not proud. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails. And I believe in this. I believe that love never fails. And, you know, we can't say that this kind of love doesn't exist. Of course it exists, you know. I just feel like people nowadays, we don't know what love really is, you know. Nobody knows what love is. Everybody's selfish. Everybody's out here to get for themselves. Nobody's really trying to love anybody and give in 100%. Honestly, I think we need to stop looking at love in a negative way. One of the things that I tend to do now is just overly blend my makeup, because I feel like before I didn't do enough blending, and you know that I like a natural beat. So the way for me to really get that natural beat flawlessly is to overly blend my makeup. We need to stop looking at love in a negative way. I feel like in the recent years, every time we talk about relationships, it's always negative. I think it's really important to work on yourself when you're single, and I feel like that's where I'm at. Work on myself, build myself up, and get myself ready, and to get myself ready for the kind of love that I deserve, you know, instead of just being out here and becoming bitter, becoming negative. I feel like sometimes when you're single, you tend to just look at every relationship from a negative light, maybe because you've been hurt. I feel like we need to learn to celebrate other people's relationships, celebrate other people's marriages. No relationship has no issues. There's always going to be problems. I feel like we need to learn to elevate those who are in happy and loving relationships, and our time will come. But we need to be able to be happy for others who are married, who are having children, buying houses, and, you know, traveling with their love and doing all things that fabulous. We need to be happy for them, and being happy for them will open doors for you. So my babes, I went ahead and did my eyebrows just to save time. To do my brows, I went ahead and used the Mented liner in Brow Down. I used it, I'm loving it, by the way. And then I also went ahead with the LA Girl concealer in Toffee to conceal my brows. And I think we left off when I was talking about what love is and what love means to me. I was saying that love is a doing word. So therefore, you decide every day, you wake up every day deciding to love your partner, deciding to love your family, deciding to love your friends. It's a decision that you make. You know, I believe in soulmates, but I also believe that you have to want to make it happen. You can't just say because you believe in soulmates that somebody's just gonna come and sweep you off your feet. You're gonna fall in love and they're gonna do everything to make you happy and you're just gonna be there. No, like, you have to decide to love that person back. You have to decide to be there for that person, to be that love for that person. So I'm gonna conceal my under eyes with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toffee because it's a color closer to my skin tone. This is a message to my single girls. I feel like we need to stop being negative and associating love with negative thoughts, you know? Like, I know it's hard out here and I wanna know, is love cancelled? Darlings, is love cancelled? Comment down below and let me know. I want to know, because I feel like, I know it's hard to find love, and my single ladies, you know, let's stop being negative about love. Just really start appreciating it. Like, okay, we haven't got it at the minute, but let's work on ourselves. Let's work for the love that we deserve. Let's build ourselves up so that when that love does come to us, we are ready and in a good and positive place to receive it. Let's start celebrating those who are in love, because I feel like recently nobody wants to believe that anybody's in love anymore. It's almost like, they're just doing it for the gram. They're doing it because they're bored. Oh, watch them, they're gonna divorce in 2 months. Give them 2 years. You know, give their relationship 6 months, they're gonna break up. Let's stop all of that. Let's work on ourselves mentally first, because everything starts mentally and then it travels down to our body, to our mind, and everywhere. I feel like if you're just negative about everything, about men, you're going to attract that, you know? I believe in manifestation. So if you're manifesting that men are trash, men are this, men are that, then that's what you're going to get. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're focusing your energy saying that love doesn't exist, the kind of love that you want doesn't exist, the kind of man that you want doesn't exist, all that's out here is trash, then I feel like that's what you're attracting to yourself. That's the kind of energy you're pulling towards yourself, and you're only going to be attracting men who are trash. You're only going to be attracting men who are broke. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like we need to really be careful about the words that leaves our mouth. Like, I know we've been through bad experiences, I know we've been through tough stuff with men, but like, we just need to trust that, we need to trust God and just let God do his thing. And you know, people are always asking me, are you dating? You know, a bit of life update here. I was dating, I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys know that I'm really like honest about everything. I was dating, but I haven't found anything worth settling down for. And that's not to say that men are trash, just to say that I haven't found my king. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the point where I'm smiling, because this part's funny. This is the part where we move to dating apps. Before we get into it, I'm gonna go ahead with my concealer. This is Too Faced. This part is funny because my friend has been on my case. My friend Ella has been on my case about dating apps. She's like, Idris, you have to go on dating apps, because I work from home and it's so hard to find people. It's hard to meet guys, you know. Where do you meet guys these days? Please comment down below and let me know, where do you meet guys these days? And I'm just like, I don't have the time. whenever I go out, it's to like work stuff. A lot of the times when I go to events, it's usually around, there's usually a lot of women around. Sometimes there's like men content creators here and there, but I'm not trying to be with a content creator because that's what I do. I'm trying to be with somebody who does something completely different. And my friend has been on my case about dating apps. My friend Ella has been on my case. Was like, you need to join it. You need to join dating apps because this is the only way you're going to meet people in 2022. To be honest with you, she's been on my case for a while, but last year, 2021, is when I actually joined. I think it was Hinge, right? I joined Hinge. So I look really scary and weird right now. I was on, so quick background story. I don't believe in online dating, right? I'm very traditional and I believe in meeting people the traditional way. There's something about meeting a man for the first time, him trying to talk to you, the gestures, just him building that courage to come and step to you and speak to you. I love that. I really love that. You know, you get to see them, you get to see the smile, and you can tell a lot by speaking to somebody face to face, right? So that's what I believe in and that's what I love. So, and this is one of the reasons why I've never really wanted to go on dating apps, because I like that first encounter when you meet somebody face to face, especially that chemistry that you may have when you meet someone for the first time. It's very important to me. Like, I'm here for it. So I've never really wanted to go on dating apps because of that. So my friend was like, Idris, no, you have to, because it's the only way you're going to meet people now in 2021, you know, going on to 2022. You know, you work from home, so you don't really go out. The only time I go out is to go to the gym or if I have events, which is hardly, right? And then when I'm going out to events, I usually take Ubers, so it's not even like I'm using public transport where I could meet people, right? So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna give it a try. So I used the dating app for a little bit, and I even asked you guys on Instagram to send in a few questions, and someone asked me, what do I think of dating apps? Do you guys online date? If you do, comment down below, please, and let me know. Did you find your partner online? I would like to know, because a few of my friends were telling me, oh my God, my friend found their partner on Hinge. My other friend found her husband on Hinge. My friend's friend, my cousin's cousin found his, like, I kept hearing this all over. Everybody was finding their partner on Hinge. So I was like, okay, let's Hinge it then. And it's just like, I did it for like a week. I was on Hinge for a week, right? And I don't know, like, I didn't see anybody that I felt like was what I was looking for. Do you know what I mean? So I think I went on one date from the Hinge app. I went on one day, which was okay. And nothing ever came out of it. Do you know what I mean? It was just one date. And I didn't enjoy the process, right? I did not enjoy the process. So I think when I had gone on this date, actually, I had already deleted the app. I was on a Hinge for a week. Like, people meet on Instagram and stuff like that, like, that's fine, you know? If it's working for you, it's working for you. And I didn't enjoy it. And another thing is, I just don't feel like my husband, my man, is the type of man that would be on Hinge. I'm just not sure if I'm gonna find my man on Hinge, do you know what I mean? Or on any other dating apps. I'm just not sure that he's the type of man that wants to be on a dating app. But not just because of him, because I don't see myself as a type of woman who wants to be on Hinge. Again, because of my beliefs, because I like to meet people the natural way. I like to see a man, you know, prepare himself to come and talk to me. Like, I like all of that. I like a man leaving a drink for me at the bar. I like a man, you know, coming to tell me that I look amazing. What would I like to eat? What would I like to drink? You know, just all of that stuff is amazing and I love it. And I feel like online dating is a little bit lazy For me, I feel like it's a little bit lazy. It's making men a little bit lazy. They feel like they can't even do the bare minimum. You know, I'm old school. Like I love a Morris Chestnut kind of brown sugar chocolate. Where are they? Like, where do we meet the Morris Chestnut kind of men these days? Where do we meet them? Tell me. Somebody comment down below and tell me, where do we meet Morris Chestnut kind of guys in 2022? Where do we meet them? Because I want to know. You know, when I asked you guys to ask me questions, another question that I was getting a lot was, do you get a lot of men contacting you on Instagram and DMs? Your DM must be full with like loads of men. And to be honest with you, no, it's not. It's so weird. Like, people always say this to me, oh, you must get so many guys messaging you anyway, so therefore I'm not gonna message you. And it's like, I actually don't. I don't get, I mean, I do. The kind of men that I get messaging me is either they're asking me to be their it's either they're asking to be my sugar daddy, or they're asking me to, like, they need help, their daughter's in hospital, they want me to send them money, or it's like men in Africa with like one picture. Do you know what I'm saying? It's usually like that kind of messages that I get. I don't get like normal guys messaging me. And I remember one time I was speaking to my male friend, and he said to me like, Edwige, you know you give off like scary vibes. Like, men are actually scared of you. So I'm gonna go ahead with my powder to blend this in. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you actually scare men off. And I was like, do I? Why? He was like, I don't, you just give off this really bossy vibes, you know, and men who are not ready will be scared to step to you. And like, a few of my friends have told me that they're scared to speak to you and they like you. And I was like, well, I'm not being funny, but that's a good thing. If you're scared to speak to me, if I'm intimidating you, then it honestly means, babes, that you're not on my level, right? Like, you're not on my level at all. Because if you're scared to speak to me because you think I'm giving off bossy vibes, then you're not a boss yourself. Do you know what I mean? Then you can't step to me because you're obviously lacking in some respect. That's how I see it. But am I against online dating in terms of Instagram? Not really. I feel like it's different. If it happens that someone messages you and you get talking on Instagram and something comes out of it, then why not? Because you're not on there to find love. I'm on Instagram to work. Obviously, if somebody's messaging me, I always check my messages. It may take me a while, but I do check it. And I just see these men asking me, can I be your sugar daddy? I'm just like, what? And I was actually I was watching something, and I think it was an interview with an artist or somebody, and they were asking her like, oh, you know, you must get a lot of men messaging you, blah blah blah, like online. And she was like, no, because people think so many men message me, so I don't actually get any messages from decent men. And I feel like that's where I'm at. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead with the Cocoa Naughty by Fenty Beauty, my favorite powder to contour with. I love this. So yeah, like, where are the Morris Chestnut kind of guys at? Because I want to know. I'm just gonna go ahead and bake under my eyes with the Mercier Translucent powder. There we go. I just like to literally put this over here under my eyes, like loads and loads. It just really helps to lock in everything, and it just gives me a really nice under eye highlight as well. So we're just gonna do that, and then don't worry, it may look scary right now, but we are literally gonna take this off later, and it's all gonna make sense. Just like to do it now, so that, because sometimes I forget to do this step, so I'd rather just have it out here. So yeah, let me know, have you met your partner? Did you meet your partner on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that? I would love to know. Another reason why I don't like online dating stuff is catfishing. Men love to catfish. Men, why are you always lying about your height? Oh my god. Ladies, comment down below and let me know, why do men love to lie about their height? Hey, men and their height, they love to lie. The amount of guys, everybody is 6'1". Everybody is 6 foot. Even if you're 5'3" like me, on the dating app you're 6 foot. So now when I see you, I'm like, I'm expecting some basketball kind of guy, and I'm just seeing a shorty like myself, you know, no disrespect, but I'm short. I'm trying to get with somebody taller. Do you know what I'm saying? Stop lying about your height, darling. Stop lying. You guys love to lie, and I find that people love to lie about their jobs and status and stuff like that. And I feel like when you meet somebody for the first time in person, you can kind of get an idea of, you know, maybe what they do for a living. If the conversation is flowing, you could even have that first conversation, you know, where you kind of get to know each other. You ask questions. Oh, so what do you do? Oh, no, you know, and you can kind of get an idea of the person. I don't know, I just honestly prefer meeting people the natural way. Like I said, if it happens on Instagram where, you know, we're having conversations and I can see that you're a real person, and we hit it off, then why not? But me, myself, I don't go out there to look for men on Instagram. I'm just working, I'm doing my thing. Obviously, you know, I follow, excuse me, I do follow a few men here and there. It's never to be like, oh, hey, you see me? Because I see you. It's never like that with me. And I think that's probably why men may feel like, oh, she gives off that really like strong, not masculine energy, but like just a bossy vibe, just a bossy. Because me, honestly, I don't have time for games. Anyone that comes to me and I can see they're a joker, bah, I don't have time. I don't have time, and I don't have the energy. Like, it's 2022. I'm trying to be happy, successful. I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to glow, and I don't want no wahala. I don't want no stress. So if you're coming to me and bringing me stress, lying about your height, lying about your job, then babe, I'm not interested. I am not interested in your lies. Keep your lies. Lies, lies, stay far away. Lies still far away. And how do we feel about paying on the first date? Ooh, juicy. Now we're getting somewhere. Ladies, how do we feel about paying on the first date? This is a topic that I have been discussing with my male friends and just people in general. And my little brother and my little cousin are just like, whatever, like women should be able to pay, blah, 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 blah. And my thing is, if you're a man, you know, like I said, I'm very traditional, and I believe that a man needs to provide, protect, and profess, right? That is a man's job. If it's your job to provide, why am I paying on the first date? Why? Somebody tell me. Why am I paying on the first date? You taking me out on a date, paying for my meal and paying for these things shows me, yeah, that you're a provider, that you understand your role. That's what it tells me. It tells me that you understand your role. And as a woman, I know what I gotta do. I know what I gotta do. I know what I need to do to ensure that you feel looked after, that you feel loved and you feel respected. A man's job is to protect, to profess, and to provide. And I feel like these men nowadays don't even know that. These men will be arguing with you, nah, it's not my job to provide. It's not my job to provide. We got to provide together. We got to go 50-50. We got to do this. And it's like, why should we be paying 50-50 at the table? So we've had dinner and the waiter's come now to take the bill, and I'm with my man, or I'm on a date with somebody and I'm telling the waiter, oh yeah, we're gonna do 50-50 on my card and then 50 on my man's, on his card. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Somebody, please tell me. Do you know how embarrassing is that? The fact that I have to sit there and tell the poor waiter, that we're going 50-50. That can't be me. That cannot be me. I cannot be telling the waiter that I'm out here with my man and we're going 50-50. Like, it's not me. It's not happening. I'm sorry. And if that's what you're trying to do, then I'm not paying. I'm sorry. You shouldn't ask me out on a date than to expect me to pay. Because I feel like, especially London boys, like, what is going on? What is going on? Like, I've been hearing that London boys are dry, London boys are dead, London boys can't even provide the bare minimum. So where do we find our kings? I heard they're there in America and Paris. That's what I heard. I'm not saying anything else. I heard that Paris and America is where it's at, ladies. Let's pack our bags. Let's go. Let's go. London men are not doing it. London men have become super lazy. Like, I don't know what it is. Darlings, what is it? What is the problem? Hey, I feel like London guys are getting worse by the hour. Like, it's just mad. It's almost like they look at you and be like, oh, you're a nice lady and I want to waste your time. That's how I feel. Like, I wouldn't mind wasting 6 months, a year of your time, of your life, because you're a nice lady. That's how I feel. That's how London boys make me feel. And it's like, are you okay? Do I look like I have time for you to waste? Mercier Chestnut, where do we find him? Ladies, I heard America and Paris. I'm not joking. Paris and America is where they're at. So we need to be going there. I'm using the PIXI Promise, like so. I'm using the PIXI Promise, like so. This is the palette. Love this palette. This color right here, these 3 colors here are my favorite. I love it. I'm just gonna go ahead and pat this on my lid, like so. So let's move on, darlings, and talk about, you know, dating older men. I heard that, you know, older men is where it's at. You know, me personally, you know, I can't see myself dating a younger man. So yeah, as I was saying, so yeah, when you know, thinking about older guys, they would, you know, a lot of them have been married before and they're most likely divorced. So that's something that you have to think about. But the habits is something that, you know, really stuck out to me. Like I said, this is real life. Things happen, people get married and, you know, they make mistakes and they divorce, and that's okay. You cannot give people love or access to you because they've been married before. I just feel like that's really silly, because we make mistakes. Maybe he made a mistake and married the wrong person, and now he's willing to love again and wants to learn and give you the love that you deserve. So it's like, why close your heart to that person because they made a mistake in the past? All right, my babes, so I had to go off camera and put my lashes on just to make it easier and to smooth the process. So now we're gonna go ahead and bronze my face. I'm using the Estée Lauder Goddess, and it looks like so. A really nice product. I love the color. It looks really natural and just gives me a really nice glow. And I just like to take this all over my face and my neck as well. So like I was saying earlier, I did ask a few of you a few questions on my Instagram to ask me so that I can reply to in this video. And then what place to go or activities to do with a new partner. Like I said, this is interesting actually, because like I said, let me just do my lips quickly. I feel like when it comes to dating, men can be a little bit lazy, you know. They just think, oh, dinner and that's enough. No, I want to do something new. So dinner is nice if you're just starting to date, because then you need time to talk. If you're at a cinema or a theatre, then you can't really do that, right? So I think maybe even go for walks and stuff like that. Sometimes like doing a walk, doing picnic, like it takes the pressure off everything and it's more relaxed. You can really spend that intimate time. But once you get to a stage where you feel like you want to spend time with this person, you want them in your life, I think you could go to theatres, you could go to like, I don't know, spa dates. So like, why don't we do spa days as a date? You know, let's do something new. Let's create more beautiful memories. Let's actually invest in our relationships. And this is the Tom Ford lipstick in Pink Dusk, my favorite classic lipstick. Let's do that. Why just dinners, you know? Like, it's nice to go out to eat, but I feel like, you know, it's time to switch things up. It's time to do something new. There we go. That's it. This is how we like it. This is how we like it. And somebody else did ask me, she said, I'm 28 years old and I feel old. Is my feeling valid? Did you feel anxious approaching 30? To be honest with you, I never felt anxious about approaching 30. If anything, I think I'm a lot more anxious about my age now. I'm gonna go ahead with my MAC to highlight. This is Gold Deposit. I feel more anxious probably now about my age. When I was reaching 30, I never ever felt anxious at all. If anything, I was excited to turn 30. And aging is beautiful. Don't let society, you know, put pressure on you or make you feel like you're getting old. Getting old and or older is a beautiful thing, and it should be a beautiful feeling, because it's a blessing, first of all. And you know, the older you get, the more access to things you may have, access to information, the more you are probably respected in communities and societies. So the more you're able to experience life in a different way. So definitely don't feel anxious. I can't tell you whether your feeling is valid or not, because only you know why you're feeling like that. You know, we don't live the same life, so I can't tell you. But one thing I can say is never allow society to put pressure on you. Aging is a beautiful thing. Like, it's such a beautiful thing, and don't feel bad about it. Embrace it. Like, we should embrace aging. It's such a beautiful thing. Like, it's a blessing from above, and it just gives you access to so many things. So enjoy it. Someone said, do you have a lover or a tozer? What's a tozer? I'm guessing that means like a sugar daddy, right? So first of all, let me just spray my Hangover 3-in-1, because I love this. So first of all, I don't believe in, like, if tozer means a sugar daddy, then I don't believe in that. This sugar daddy conversation or topic has been around for time, and people do it. Like I mentioned to you guys, I get these random guys sending me messages on Instagram if I want to be their lover, so they can provide a lifestyle for me and be my sugar daddy. And I'm just like, I don't believe in that, babes. If I'm gonna be with somebody, you know, it's never going to be because of their money or anything like that. I'm just addressing it because I actually got a few comments like that, or people messaging me like, oh, do you believe in being a sugar daddy or having a sugar daddy, sorry. But anyway, the makeup is done. This is the look for today. What do we think? Perfect for Valentine's Day, right? I look glowy, natural, but dewy at the same time. We love to see it. I don't believe in like sugar daddies, sugar mama, like whatever. I believe in love. I'm a sucker for love, and if I find somebody who's older, has a bit of, you know, who is financially stable, then why not? If I'm gonna find love with this person, but love for me is more important than anything, above all, because first of all, his money, it doesn't mean anything. Money gives you options, and I always say this, money is not everything, but it definitely gives you options, and it allows you to live a life, to live your life in a certain way. It gives you, your family, your children, your children's children options. So it's a good thing to have as an addition to your love, so why not? But sugar daddies and sugar mama thing, I don't believe in it. I would never be with anybody because they have money. I will be with somebody because excuse me, because they choose to love and to respect me. That's what's more important to me. Love and respect is conquers all. I believe in that. I don't believe in sugar daddies or sugar mama. There's nothing a man can do for me that I cannot do for myself. There's nowhere that a man can take me that I cannot take myself. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he has money. It might take him a second to send me £2,000 to buy a bag. It may take me, I don't know, 3 months to save to buy that, but eventually I will get there. I don't believe in being with anybody for what they have, because what happens the moment they lose that? Where do I go? If I was only with them for the money, then it means that I will go as well. My love, everything will vanish the day that they will be broke. So I don't focus on that. It would be nice to be with somebody who is financially okay. And it doesn't mean somebody who's rich, somebody who's wealthy, somebody who's a celebrity. No, it doesn't mean anything. A man is a man. I don't believe in knocking down a man because he has a normal job. No. What's important to me is mentality. Somebody who has a poor mentality, I cannot be with at all. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything starts with your mentality. So having a good mentality, that, or a rich mentality, or somebody who appreciates money, who wants money, who wants a better life, is all that I want. So I just thought I'd answer that. How can I meet a guy with the same faith values? I mean, I don't know, babes. You just have to I can't tell you how to meet them, but you definitely have to, when you speak to people, you have to embody this so that when they meet you, they can be like, oh, she looks like this type of woman. But you need to embody that. You need to embody your values. You need to be that. So if you're, whatever you are, whatever you believe in, that's what you need to portray. That's what people need to see when they look at you. Because I feel like often we say we want this, we want that, but that's not what we're giving off. That's not the energy we're giving off. We say we're the women of values. I want a value, a man of value. I want this, but you're not behaving like that. You're not dressing like that. You're not speaking like that. So how can you then attract that? So you have to be that in order to attract it. That's what I believe in, you know. So in the ways to enforce this is to become that and show this off. When you meet people, they need to be able to say, oh yeah, she's a woman of value, she's a woman of this, by the way you carry yourself, by the way you speak, by the way you interact. All of that needs to show through. So that's the only way I can say for you to meet somebody with the same values. And you have to make sure that you reinforce this. You have to make sure that you put your foot down and literally say, this is what I want, this is what I believe in, and I don't want anything less. That's how it's gonna be, you know. So any advice you would give to women in the early 20s regarding dating and love? Love and dating is all relative, honestly, it really is, but it's just one of the most difficult things to find. I feel like we as women, first of all, if you're around 20, 19, 20, baby, honey, darling, forget about men. Men will just give you stress and wahala. They will send you to an early grave. Stop worrying yourself with men. Although, I'm probably going to contradict myself here. I do feel like African parents do need to allow their children to date a lot more earlier. Because what African, I know I've just literally twisted this whole thing. I've gone from one A to B. I'll be back to that question before I lose this chain of thought. I feel like a lot of people that I know who are still together, who are happily married perhaps, have been together from a very early age. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when you've been with somebody from when you're young, you've seen everything together, you've experienced everything together, I feel like your love is a lot more stronger. You are a lot more able to forgive this person. You are a lot more able to, you know, just let certain things slide. Because the older you get, like me right now, if I meet somebody and they're pissing me off, they have traits that I don't like, I don't have time to be correcting you all the time. I need you to come correct because I'm trying to get married and have children and be happy. So when you're younger, you're able to accept all these things, you're able to love and grow through them. So I feel like African parents in particular, they want you to go to school and not think about boys, graduate, and then when you graduate, where's your husband? When is he coming? Do you have a boyfriend? And it's like, I don't have a boyfriend, what do you mean? You know, and I feel like this is something that we need to start encouraging our children to date. Our parents need to definitely speak to us a lot more about men. This is something that our African parents do not do at all. Nobody gets lessons about how a woman should be around men, what a woman should accept from men, what they should expect from men. Like these are lessons that for me personally I've had to learn myself. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to the question of being 20 and younger. Focus on you. Focus on building yourself up and focusing on learning about yourself. Don't focus on men. If it happens that, you know, you have somebody who's worth your time, then definitely respect yourself first. Often as women, we tend to want men to respect us, but we don't respect ourselves. So respect yourself and give yourself the respect and the value that you think you deserve. The right man will come along and just, you know, jump on that vibe that you're giving off. So I would say learn about yourself, build yourself up, worry about you, get your money right, your mentality, your everything about you. Just get it right, sis. Focus on your self-love, focus on your family and those who do love you. The right man will come along. Let's stop worrying too much about men, because I'm in a position where I don't want to, as much as I would like to have somebody in my life, I don't want to focus too much on men. Oh, I need to get married. Oh, I need to have a man by my side. Oh, I live alone, so I get lonely. It's okay. I'm actually really enjoying living alone now more than ever. The fact that I can just walk around my house naked, the fact that I can cook whenever I want, the fact that I can play my music, listen to whatever I want, I can sit on my sofa, work, and it's just me. I'm loving being around myself, learning about myself, talking to myself and just getting to know me like from the core. I'm loving it. Lonely who? Like obviously all of that was a work in progress. It was a step that I had to take. So it's normal to feel lonely, to feel like you're lacking out of love, you're losing out and you don't have, you know, any love. It's nice to have a man around you, someone to cuddle, someone to tell you that they love you, that it's gonna be okay, someone to, you know, respect you. But let's be honest, men nowadays are not really ready. Men nowadays are not ready. They want to give you not even the bare minimum. And I'm sorry, like getting taken out to dinner is nice, but you know, let's step it up a little bit. And most men don't even want to take you out for dinner. Like I said earlier, they want you to pay 50-50. Let's stop this whole 50-50 thing, because at 32, I shouldn't have to pay half for my dinner. Like, I will take myself out to dinner and pay £150. So why can't you pay that for our date? And just quickly, everyone has been on my case. Valentine is coming. Where's your boyfriend? Are we gonna see your boyfriend, Edwige? Are we gonna see your boyfriend? And it's like, I don't have a boyfriend. I have been dating, you know, I always keep you guys in the process. I have been dating, but I'm not dating anymore. I don't want no drama and I don't want anyone to stress me. Like, dating should be fun. Dating should be like an introduction to what relationship, marriage should be like. And if it doesn't have that certain je ne sais quoi element to it, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to waste my time. And I feel like men are out here trying to waste our time. No one is like, my time is precious. Anything that causes me stress is expensive. Anything that comes into my life and tries to play games, like, my time is expensive. At the minute, you know, I'm happy to date, but right now I just want to be alone. I want to do my own thing and I want to enjoy life. But anyway, my babes, I feel like I'm just going bang, 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 just talking. But this was the look for today. What do we think? This is my Valentine's look. A really simple beat, you know, to just look cute and glowy. It's very cute, glowy. I feel very sexy and ready for Valentine's. What are you doing for the Valentine's Day this year? I'm going out for dinner with my friend, my female friend, and it's gonna be fun. We're doing a Galentine's this year and I cannot wait. All right, my babes, this was the look for today. What do we think? What did you think about the topic? Comment down below. Let's chat in the comments. We'd love to have a conversation over here. I would love to know what you guys think. If you're not subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram where I share all things fabulous too. Love you lots, my babes. All the links will be in the description box, okay? Love you. Mwah. Bye.
Another